In 1990, Ireland Franklin had accused her own father, George Franklin, of the murder of her best friend, Suzanne Nason. But what's interesting is that the murder was committed in 1969, and after 20 years of the murder, Ireland had something shocking to say to the nation. She said that all these years and even as a child, she had never realized herself that her father was the killer. But after she had become a mother, she was one day suddenly struck with a dream or a vision in which she had seen the murder of her best friend Suzanne, and the killer was apparently her own father. Suzanne was raped and subsequently murdered in 1969, and after 20 years of this crime, today her best friend Ireland Franklin had to accuse her own father of the murder of her best friend, all on the basis of a single vivid dream which appeared out of nowhere in Ireland's mind. But George Franklin was very curious about why his daughter had chosen to convict him as the murderer. And the interesting part is that he was a psychologist. He came up with the concept of false memories. He said that his daughter had recovered false memories. False memories are cases where people remember an event of the past very differently from how it actually happened. Or in more dramatic cases, they may even remember and recall an event that never actually happened in their life.
Later, it was explained by George Franklin and the media as well that even though Ireland claims that as a child she was the eyewitness of Suzanne's murder, she was giving only those details of the crime that were already highly publicized in the media at the time of the crime.
And she was adding no extra bit of information about the murder which she had witnessed herself.
In fact, she was even making the same error as one of the media articles had made in the past. So, even though she may be honest about seeing a memory, said George Franklin, but these memories are false and most likely crafted by the media.
Later, it was decided by the court that the confessions and statements made by Ireland Franklin were quite inadequate as well as erroneous. Therefore, George Franklin was released from prison after serving 6 years in the prison. However, his image suffered a great deal and he was given no compensation for all of the price he had to bear. Do you know why some states have a law stating that statements made by an accused person under the state of hypnosis cannot be taken legitimate in a court of law? Psychological therapy is one of the main causes of false memories. Processes like hypnosis and therapy which people undergo can lead to the formation of false memories very conveniently.
When people suffer from some psychological difficulties like stress, anxiety, etc., psychologists believe that this is caused because of some traumatic childhood memories of the past, which the brain has repressed and the client no longer remembers them. With hypnosis, they tend to bring out these traumatic memories to understand and resolve the problem. Under the state of hypnosis, client answers questions about the past, which is interpreted and told to the client, but there is no accuracy or guarantee about the meanings being interpreted exactly it was by the psychologist. This misinterpretation conveyed to the client causes false memories.
These all may seem very unbelievable to you, right? But let me tell you something which may make you believe. The Lost in the Mall experiment.
Elizabeth Loftus conducted an experiment on 24 participants. She asked the parents of all of them to narrate to them any one of their childhood experiences as a part of the normal conversation, and then add and narrate another false incident to them about how once they got lost in a mall as a child, even though it never actually happened. Later, when these participants were asked whether they had ever been lost in a mall, and if yes, describe, then 25% of the participants recognized with this memory of being lost, and surprisingly even added extra pieces of information about the event which they were not even told, like the color of their shirt when they were lost, the section of the mall they were lost in, etc. Showing how easy it is to implant memories.
Court scenes are very prevalent in movies, right? So you must have seen incidents and movie scenes in which the lawyers go crashing down on each other saying that, "Objection, my lord, the prosecutor is misleading my client, or like the prosecutor is asking leading questions, something like this, right? Yeah, I'm sure sometimes these concerns are purely baseless, but there is a valid reason why this objection is an admissible objection in the court of law. And, of course, there's psychology behind this. Because asking people leading questions or suggestible questions which may lead the clients or the people to answer in a specific way is actually misleading because they result in the formation of false memories. Why not try something practical? Recall a very vivid childhood memory of yours. Recall. Think about it. Now, do you think this memory had actually taken place in your childhood? I know you are confident about the fact that yes, this has taken place, but did it actually take place the way you remember it today?
Maybe not, because Elizabeth Loftus conducted another study in which participants were made to watch slides of a car accident. They were later grouped into two groups, Group A and Group B, and were asked different questions about the car accident as an eyewitness. Group A was asked how fast was the car driving at the time of the impact, whereas Group B was asked how fast was the car when it smashed into the other car. The difference in the formation of questions led to the different answers of the two groups. Group A's average answer was at around 30 meters per hour, whereas Group B's average answer in the terms of speed was at 40 meters per hour. All this indicating that leading questions can create false memories.
Many parents, especially in the US, have undergone misery because of these cases of false memories and because of those therapists who recall and recover false memories and mislead the clients.
Another popular false memory case is the Mcmartin Preschool case, in which Judy Johnson, a mother of a child, sued the entire school authority for molestation as well as satanic ritual. It is considered the longest and the most expensive cases of all time, in which the entire school body as well as the city and the nation got against the school authorities due to the seriousness of the case filed, only to find out at the end that Judy was schizophrenic, was undergoing therapy, and hence recovered false memories.
These cases are just drops in an entire ocean, and today you never know how many innocent victims lie behind the bars just because memories are malleable, just because memories can be false. So, is your vivid childhood memory really the same way it actually happened? It's time to reconsider. Namaste, I am Shreya Jannat and I have started a series in which I educate you about interesting psychological phenomena and improve your life all in a digestible manner. So make sure to stay tuned.